All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wonderful people, once again, you are welcome to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform that gives only quality news and information on all the activities, all the whole matter where they happen for Biafran territory. Please subscribe to this channel if you never subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification, because that is the only way you can get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Also, we'll continue to urge for your support. Support Let's Talk TV in any way you can. Currently, we need all your support financially and otherwise, so that we can continue to give you these legit news and legit information as it dey happen. Now, straight to the video you're about to watch. As some of you might not know, and that is why you need this wonderful YouTube channel, because you can always get those information, those emergency meeting, where the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, they always bring to our people. There was an emergency town hall meeting yesterday, where a lot of directors, and team, the Prime Minister selected his team, but that is not actually the issue. The Prime Minister in this particular video that you're about to watch went further, to explain some certain things. He went further to explain some certain issues, that is ravaging the territory at this point in time. We all know what the Nigerian military are currently doing. That is one. Now, secondly, it's not just about what the Nigerian military is doing. The Nigerian media houses are also supporting this evil by propaganding the whole situation and blackmailing the indigenous people. That is the pattern that the Nigerian government have been using to work blackmail. That is why you see their media houses. You see how they propagate their lies against the indigenous people. But, despite all this propaganda against Biafrans, the reality is that this will not stop the Biafran restoration. This will not stop the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, from doing the needful. We saw the video that was the news that was ravaging the social media, where the Nigerian media outlets were bringing propaganda, serious propaganda against the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. Now, everybody is raising their voice in Nigeria against the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. Because of what? Because he has actually been a threat to the Nigerian government. And how is he a threat? Because he has decided to defend his land. So when you begin to speak out the truth, that is even the first thing that makes you know, that makes you realize that you are speaking the truth. Because you become a threat to these to these marauders, you become a threat to the Nigerian government. Each time you speak out the truth, the reality of what is happening in the country, then you are in for trouble, because you will definitely be a threat in the country. And that is why Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is seen as a threat to the Nigerian government, because he has decided to speak out and he has decided to defend his land, and nothing is gonna stop that. So on this wonderful news, this video, please make sure that as you are watching this video, continue to share this video to as many groups, to as many platforms as possible. Our people needs to know the reality. Our people needs to know what is happening in Biafra at this moment. Thank you once again. Enjoy this video.
This is an emergency meeting, as the memo suggests. We will discuss this evening on Biafra currency, Biafra Bank, and Biafra coin. This evening, we are going to pass a resolutions act for the establishment of the Bank of Biafra. This evening, we are going to pass a resolution and vote on the act for the establishment of the Biafra digital currency. This evening, we are going to pass a resolution and vote on the act for the establishment of the Biafra coin. This evening, we are going to vote and pass a resolution for the establishment of Biafra Federal Reserve. The Biafra Federal Reserve, after having voted this evening, will replace the Biafra Decree number 3 of 1967. Ministers, members of the Cabinet and Department of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, the show for the liberation of Biafra has begun. I am going to move a motion for the re-establishment of Bank of Biafra, Act number 02/2024. The floor is open for discussion.
Si.
Please raise your hand. It is open. The floor is open for discussion. Do you have objection for the re-establishment, restoration of the Bank of Biafra under Biafra government in exile and the de facto government? Any objection? Olobona, mute yourself.
PM, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, I'm good.
I second the motion. Is it gonna be what was the act that established the first bank? Is it the same Bank of Biafra, or are we going to start
we are first restoring the decree number 6, the decree number 3, sorry, of 1967.
Okay.
And then re-establish the Bank of Biafra, not restoring it and allow the decree number 3, which is the military decree, to continue. So we are establishing under a democratic dispensation, and it becomes act instead of decree.
Okay. Okay.
And this decree and this act is going to be act number 2. We have the act number 1, which is the establishment of the Biafra Security Administrative Act, number 01/2024, and we are going to the act number 2. This whole act will be modified as soon as Biafra is declared, restored, and become an independent state. We will continue the modification to suit whatever the current situation at that time will be.
I think that's a step in the right direction, because since we are declaring Biafra, we are not starting a new country, we are redeclaring Biafra, and we are re-establishing the Bank of Biafra. So I second the motion. I think that's a step in the right direction, sir.
Thank you very much. We have Ola Bona seconding that motion moved by the PM. Any other person? We have Ambassador Wunze. Go ahead.
Your Excellency and members of the Cabinet, I do also second the motion. It is indeed a step in the right direction and a requirement for the time that we are in.
So I wholeheartedly second it also. Thank you, my people.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Wunze. Seconded the motion. Henry, unmute yourself, Azubike.
Good evening, my PM. Good evening, cabinet members. I, Mazi Henry Azubike, Asian Rep representing Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I do hereby support the motion raised by His Excellency the Prime Minister for the establishment of Act Number 2. I support wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Apostle Steve. We can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Good evening, His Excellency, members of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I wholeheartedly support and second this emotion because in a time like this is the wisest decision we can take. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Ima.
Good evening, our PM and cabinet members and everybody. I support the motion. It's the right step. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Madam Erewa, Minister, Coastal Region.
Thank you, PM. I, Madam Erewa, Anirejurisha Erewa, fully, wholeheartedly support the motion. It's a good thing. It's moving in the right direction. It shows that Biafra is real and the spirit is alive. And this, it engineers all of us. And I think it's a good thing, and we appreciate you. So I support the motion. The act, right, is act what, please?
Act number 02/2024.
Okay, I support the motion of act number 2/02/2024. Thank you.
Thank you. Sylvanus, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Mazes Lebanus. I support the Act Number 2 with wholeheartedly. I support you. It's a good thing in the right direction. Thank you, PM.
Thank you. Ngozi Olenwe.
Good evening, my PM and all the cabinet members. I support with my full heart and happy that this is happening today. The Act Number 2, 2024. Thank you for bringing it up. You are the right person to work with. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Sir Olewanne.
Thank you, my PM. It's wonderful what you're doing, and I truly, from the depths of my heart, support it because it's overdue. We have to move forward. I support everything you're doing, and I support this very art. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Harry Chukwemeka, PhD.
PM, I so much thank you for this great move. So I support it so greatly. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Nena. Then I'll meet yourself.
I, Nana Akabiro Ibe, Honorable, hereby support the motion Act 102/204/2024 of establishment of Central Bank of Biafra, whereas a majority members of this cabinet...
Not Central Bank of Biafra, Bank of Biafra.
Bank of Biafra.
Yes.
Whereas the majority members have hereby seconded this motion, I do the same. I have seconded the motion because this is the right thing to do, and it is the right thinking at this time that we are. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any reason you have not responded to the American rep?
No, I'm working on it. It's because I saw this one now. I'm working. My boy is sick. I'm having emergency here every minute, so I've not been able to do much. But I've ratified everything and I have even sent a copy across for us to agree, all of us, because I'm not doing it alone.
Yes.
We had a meeting yesterday up to 9 p.m.
Okay.
So we have to quickly jot few things and put them together. So this morning, in fact, I'm coming from the hospital now.
All right.
I took my boy to the hospital. Yeah,
Noted.
so I'm just coming back.
Respond to her, please. Yeah.
I will.
Meet yourself.
Good evening, Your Excellency, members of the Cabinet. Good evening, all. PM, I wholeheartedly support this act because it's moving us forward, and we are getting to where we are, everything that is being planned. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Raphael, put your hand down, please. Raphael, go ahead.
Yeah, with the Biafra joy and excitement in my heart, I am pleased to say yes, and I support. Thank you so much.
How are you? Good. I can change. I don't want to. This time? Yes. Yes, sir.
Another Rama.
Thank you, PM. I found Wada de Olama and I'm support emotion number 2, 2024. Support. Thank you.
Thank you. Victoria iPhone.
Yes, Victoria Frank here. I support the Act 02-2024. Right on, my Prime Minister. You are the best.
Thank you. Judith Osazowa.
Good evening, sir. My Prime Minister, Agune Chemba, Nature Buddha. I support with all my heart. I don't know how to pronounce the whole act, but I support with all full chest. Right on, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Owo, unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. Wholeheartedly. Good evening, sir, and all. So I support wholeheartedly the motion establishing the Act 02-24. I'm in full support of the motion, sir. Only a short recommendation or an early recommendation to make sure, sir, that enough panel in form of committee be established to work and make sure that there will be a transfer of exchange by inception. No matter how many, even if it's 50, that make sure that we have enough panel, enough committee to work towards that, sir. I support the motions.
All right. Thank you very much. You can put your hand down. Anthony, unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Honorable PM and the members of the Cabinet. I, Mazi Anthony, humbly and fully support the motion establishing the Act number 2-2024. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Dr. Okoli.
Good evening, my PM and all members of the Cabinet. I, Dr. Onyeka Okoli, fully support Act 02/2024 for the establishment of Bank of Biafra. And with this act, you can see that it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, PM.
Thank you very much. Dr. Nana.
Yes, sir. Good evening, my PM. Good evening, members of the Cabinet. Yes, I'm in support of the Act. It's a yes for me. As in DK. Thank you.
Thank you. Can put your hand down. Ugo. Ugo, please, can you call your full name, please?
Me, myself?
Yes.
Ugonna Olejema.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, my PM, and good evening, my honorable members in the House. This is a dream come true. I'm in support. I support the motion. I don't think anybody in the right senses will not support this motion. So thank you so much, PM.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Carolina, unmute yourself. Okay, Carolina has left, so maybe the system kicked her out. Professor Choma.
Good afternoon, PM, and good afternoon, all cabinet members. Thank you, sir, for bringing up this motion, and I support the motion to establish the Bank of Biafra. We've come a long way. This is what we need, and this is what we're gonna have. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Robi.
Yeah. Good evening, all cabinet members. Thank you, PM, for your hard work. It's a privilege to be making history and to be part of those that are doing this. So yes, I, Joy Robi, I fully support establishment of the Bank of Biafra Act 02-2024. We are moving on. Thank you.
Thank you. Mazioge. Minister
Good afternoon, our PM. Good afternoon, our PM, and good afternoon to all members of the cabinet. I'm in support of the motion of the Act 02-2024 for establishment of Bank of Biafra. Thank you, sir.
All right. Minister of Defense. Ngocha. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Sorry, PM. Good afternoon, my PM, and good afternoon, all the cabinet members present. I, Engineer Solomon Onkwocha, fully support the Act 02 for 2024 for the establishment of a Bank of Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you. James Adino, unmute yourself.
Good evening, my PM, and good evening, cabinet members. I'm 100% in support of the Act 2024, and on top gear, I'm in support of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Diana, American Rep. American South, North, and South Rep. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Diana.
Sorry. I, Diana Eme, fully support the motion Act 2-2024 because it is the right thing to do, and this is the best time to do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Edward, sorry. Edward, can you call your full name, please? Edward, unmute yourself. Edward left. Oba. Oba, tell us your full name and unmute yourself.
Thank you, Prime Minister, United States of Biafra, and greetings to all cabinet members. My name is Mazi Namdi Oba, and I'm in full support of the Act 2 of 2024. Thank you, sir.
Oba, is there a reason why your video is not on?
Yes, it's dark where I am.
Okay, you're in South Africa, right?
Yes, sir.
Why is your light not in South Africa? Why light not there? All right, noted. Thank you. Dorothy, Dr. Dorothy. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I logged to. Sorry.
Who? Was it Dorothy?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I don't know.
You have two systems on. Can you remove one?
Yes, please. I'm trying to do that. Sorry about that.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
I, Dr. Dorothy N. Anthony, wholeheartedly support the Bank of Biafra. Thank you so much, my PM, for your hard work and members of the cabinet. It's a pleasure being here.
Carolina, you've spoken before. No, you went out. Unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Onyendu Obatobie, our PM. I support the article of number 2, 2024. I support with all my heart. Thank you so much for what you are doing for us.
Thank you. Thank you. And you can put your hand down. I don't know who. Unmute yourself.
I support the motion for the reestablishment of the Bank of Biafra, 0224, replacing the decree number 3. I fully support. Thank you.
Thank you.
PM.
Yes.
Our attorney says she's in the waiting room and she can't get in.
They should not be coming late to meeting. Next time, we will let them start outside until after the meeting. Those who have their contacts can brief them. All right. COS.
Yeah. Good day, PM and cabinet members. I, Dr. Ngozi Orobweze, support the Act 02-2024. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Madam Erewayo, I have spoken before. What is it again? Unmute yourself.
I'm sorry, that was an error. I was trying to put my hand down and for some reason
I put it down, you put it up. Yeah, put it down again, you put it up.
Sorry,
All right.
please.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Rep.
Yes, good evening, my Prime Minister, and good evening, honorable cabinet members. I'm Chair. I fully support the Act 02-2024 for the re-establishment of the Bank of Biafra with full force. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Confidence, Ewu. Confidence, Ewu. Confidence, Ewu.
Sorry, PM. This is Egu. I'm using my watch phone. Sorry about that.
Okay, I wanted to ask, how did you get in here?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Is that praise, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is praise, PM.
Go ahead.
And please, I support the act. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, Reverend Ebenezer.
I feel to be the last person to speak. I am excited. The act of number 2. Wow, the act of number 2 for Biafran currency is exciting. I have to find a way to pay people when urban development begins, progresses and changing things in Biafra land. I have so many people that will be employed. I don't want to use Naira to pay them. Now, thank God for this that is happening. My Prime Minister, you are sent of God. Odogu, God bless you. We shall stand. Biafra is here, and we know that that has happened. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Godway, can you tell me your full name, please? God will unmute yourself.
Happy and yeah, I voted yes, yes, I'm in support of the I'm just sorry. Yes, I support yes. I voted yes.
Too much.
What is your full name again? Goswell. Unmute yourself.
God will unmute yourself. PM needs your full name, please.
Sorry, my full name is Godwin.
Hero, God will, Hero.
Okay, God
Yeah.
will. All right. Eze Danwe, unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Honorable Prime Minister, Cabinet members. Sorry for coming late. I support 110% the 02-24 Act.
Boko, you are very lucky that I am too busy these days. Otherwise, today I can wait to get more because you have been missing
I'm
a very
sorry.
long time.
I had lots of challenges.
I know the reason why you are missing. So not like that's why I say I can wait to get more, but you are very lucky that I'm busy today. So you're welcome.
No problem. Okay, thank you.
iPhone. We don't have to be using iPhone to enter this meeting. iPhone, unmute yourself. iPhone, unmute yourself. iPhone, who is the iPhone? Unmute yourself. You cannot unmute yourself, I will remove you. iPhone.
So is this iPhone now? Unmute yourself and then identify yourself so we'll give yourself a name.
Let me remove the person. We don't waste time. All right, Mr. Sonny, go ahead.
There PM and all my cabinet members here present. I sealed the act with everything in me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are 40 people in this meeting and God will, Edward. Edward, you're welcome back. So Edward, go ahead. Edward, go ahead. All right.
Good evening, my Prime Minister.
Good evening. Can you say your full name, please?
Sorry?
Say your full name, please. Edward.
Edward Emeka Ibe, my full name.
Okay.
Good evening, my dear Prime Minister, and good evening, my able cabinet members and the ministers. I want to concur with the establishment of the Bank of Biafra, as far as will be on the sun always. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Attorney Jane, unmute yourself.
Sorry for the background noise. I'm in traffic. I, Jane Oninichi Ikezi, attorney at law, supports this act 100%.
Thank you very much. We are now at 40 votes and one has not voted. You have the right to say your opinion. You have the right to vote and the right not to vote. And Bright, you are here. Are you supposed to be here? Are you not on suspension? Imam Rubum, can you make a comment on this?
Prime Minister, I'm not aware I'm on suspension, sir.
I'm just asking for clarification to know if you are. I'm not sure either. So
I didn't acknowledge any suspension, sir.
Okay, that's why I want to clarify it to know whether there is anything like that. Emma, is there any suspension from the CRC? No. Okay. All right.
No.
So is there a reason why you are not voting?
So I'm very sorry I came late. I was working in the church, so I just came home and plugged my device because it was down. I didn't get the notification before.
Okay, so we have -1. All right. That is democracy.
So I voted. I'm voting immediately, sir. I acknowledge the act of this February 2024 of the Bank of Biafra with everything I have in me.
All right. And what is your full name?